Hi guys, this is a quick recording of what we demonstrated last week with the Power Data Solution product, the desktop product here. You can see I've got an application here that's being created in the Controls Pro Studio software, and we've got Creo Parametric 2.0 on the left here. What we can do here is we can select the number of ports, select the option for the wiring and types of power, as well as and then what happens is we basically are allowed a choice of, in this particular case, just one option that fits those requirements, and these are all done by searching the database, which is a family table for the part that is available. So if I decided, say for instance, I'm going to create this option here, I just hit the configure button, and that goes in, retrieves my standard template model, and assembles those ports. Now these images that you see here, they're 3D viewable files, so we can go ahead and move them around. If I switch to a different option here, like a USB port, maybe I want to have a USB port on number 2 and 3. I can do that, and then I can hit configure again. The system's going to go in there and basically assemble on the fly these configurations. Now this is very different than having an overbuilt assembly where we've already got all these models in there. What we're actually doing is we're actually deleting the models and reassembling them using real constraints in Creo. You can see here these ID numbers keep changing every time I do this configuration. So if I decided to put a power on the last two, something like this, and then hit configure, you can see those ID numbers get deleted and then they get recreated based upon the actual new models coming in. Now these models are assembled just like you would assemble them in normal ways. You can see I've got a coincident constraint set, I got a distance here, and so on. So it's exactly what you would do normally, manually, using normal methods. Now you can see here I can go ahead and decide what kind of option I want. So maybe if I want a double power option, there's two choices that I have in this particular case. So I'm not sure what the difference is, but say we'll pick that one and just hit configure. The system's going to go in there, swap that instance out, and then reassemble the correct ports. If I wanted to change the number of ports, I want to go to 6 port, and then just for now leave those two blank. You can see here there's a combination doesn't exist, so this particular combination does not exist, so I need to basically pick one that we already have in the table, otherwise it's not going to build it. And then you can see here it goes in there, swaps out the cover, swaps out the housing, and then creates the configuration. We also have integrated a final deliverable here, which is typically used when you don't have Creo Parametric, so it could be integrated into your sales portal or your ERP system configurator that could spit these viewables out on the back end. So normally if you say did not have Creo Parametric, the sales person would just basically have this little app here, and they would go in here and say maybe I don't want I want hardwire, 6 ports, I'll make the last I'll make this one a VGA port here, okay, and then we'll do a power on the last 2. Okay, so maybe we'll have VGA, USB, 3 USBs. That sounds reasonable. And then 2 powers on the right. Okay, so hit configure. It brought up Creo again, but this would be on a different machine. Just pretend it's gone. It's going to do its little thing as soon as the actual the screen is available again, and then I can just hit next to see the preview of what we just configured inside of this. Could also be hosted via a tablet if you want to do it that way. And say I'm going to do another VGA here, so 2 VGA and 2. You must hit configure here to relaunch the actual CAD worker, which could be hosted on a server remotely, right? And then you can see now when I look at my viewable, I get my 3D view of my configured product. Now this could be done basically from anywhere in the world, so we're compatible with any internet technology that there's out there. Okay, thanks for the quick demonstration.